Chapter 28. Clara. Are you sure we can't convince you to stay? Philip and Clara stood high on the palace balcony, watching citizens celebrate in the courtyard below. Ballerinas danced, showering flower petals upon the cobblestone paths, while children laughed and tried to catch them. Bakers passed out victory treats. Fairies dressed as snow angels blew shimmering dust into the air like confetti, and in the garden even the mice made merry, with miniature party table sets, with sweets and pastries just for them. It won't be the same without you, Philip continued. A ray of sunlight caught the crown upon his head. He had been newly instated as the regent of the land of sweets. I wish I could, Clara replied, now proudly wearing her mother's royal ball gown. Mouse Rings sat upon her shoulder. It's all so magical, Clara mused. Your mother's creation, Philip pointed out. And yours, too, if you want. The fourth realm could use your inspiration, a tinker's touch. Clara gazed out over the chasm to the fourth realm. Guards were already at work restoring the bridge, but this time they were constructing it as one solid piece, no drawbridge. There was much work to be done in the land of amusement. Homes to rebuild, rides and games, and a city to be brought back to life. But for the moment, the fog at least had lifted, and new buds were forming on the forest trees. It might take a while, but laughter would return to the fourth realm once more. Behind Clara and Philip, Shiver and Hawthorne presented Mother Ginger with her crown. The old woman was dressed in her regent finery again, her curly red hair coiled up into two regal poofs. Did Mother Ginger ever tell you why she made that horrible marionette? Philip whispered to Clara. And those clowns? Clara shook her head. Not really. Something about needing to protect yourself from the mice, and then Sugarplum. She said that over time the mice realized Sugarplum had tricked them and became loyal to her instead. But she didn't seem to want to talk about it too much. Mother Ginger must have caught a hint of their discussion, because she turned to Clara and nodded. Not exactly a smile, but more a look of wise approval. I think she wants to move past that, Clara told Philip, to forget the darkness and enjoy the light. As do we all, Philip agreed. Just then, Shiver, Hawthorne, and Mother Ginger all approached. Shiver was holding Marie's crown. Clara, the regents of the four realms would be very honored if you would be our queen, Shiver announced. Clara took the crown gingerly and admired it. This is what my mother wore, she asked. Of course, Shiver replied. Clara gazed at the crown for a long moment. It was lovely and ornate, its delicate silver scroll work crafted expertly by hand, the way only a tinkerer could do. The idea of being a queen was tempting, but I'm afraid I can't, Clara said. Though I love it here so much, and I love you all, I have to go back to where I came from. I'm so sorry. She handed the crown back to Shiver.
Mommy?
Yes, sweetie.
Somebody's up in your bedroom.
Oh, okay. I'll take a look at it. Thank you.
It's Wonder and Quinn.
Yeah.
Can you come with me?
I'll go get them. Don't worry. I'm almost done. You see, there's somebody at home who needs me more than you do. But what will we do without a queen? Shiver asked. It's quite the coronation conundrum, Hawthorne added. But Clara just smiled. My mother made every part of the realms, and every part of you, she told them. She lives in your memories and in your hearts. So you see, in a strange way, you aren't really without a queen at all. At that, the regions brightened. Clara turned to gaze out toward the horizon. She could almost feel her mother's presence surrounding them, and filled with that warmth, she no longer felt lost or confused. Though the ache of missing her mother would never go away, she'd finally learned the full meaning of the music box's message. Marie had wanted, more than anything, for her family to be happy. She had given them all the gifts they needed to be whole, and Clara now understood that her mother's joy and laughter, ingenuity and grace kindness and comfort and love all lived on through them, through her. Everything she needed truly was inside. And in a strange way, I'm not really without a mother, Clara finished. Shiver took Clara's hands. Philip touched her shoulder. Farewell then, Clara Starborn, Shiver said, daughter of the realms. A little while later, Philip stood with Clara at the base of the huge uprooted tree in the fourth realm, the passage back to the real world. Clara was wearing her Christmas party dress again, her hair pinned, a bit haphazardly to emulate the way Louise had done it. The friends peered down the long, dark passageway. Will you come back to the realms one day? Philip asked Clara. Of course I will, she said in reply. An idea suddenly came to her. And maybe you could come to my world one day too. Is that possible? Philip asked. Clara shrugged. I think anything is possible with just a bit of imagination. Perhaps we could work on an invention to make it possible together. I'd like that, Philip agreed. You could meet Fritz and Louise and my father, Clara exclaimed. Philip tilted his head. Are they like you? They're a bit different, Clara admitted. I suppose they would be. Philip grasped Clara's hand. I've never met anybody like you, anywhere. Is that a good thing? Clara asked. It's a wonderful thing, Philip answered. I'm going to miss you so much. I'll miss you too. Clara hugged him tightly. But when you miss me, you'll remember me, and that memory will make you smile. Really? Philip whispered. Really? Clara whispered back. Goodbye, Philip. Keep the realm safe. I will, he promised. Goodbye, Clara. And with that, Clara stepped into the passageway, walking farther and farther until she disappeared from sight.